Housing Compact to create a coordinated approach to housing affordability. This compact is with all of our partners in Forward Pinellas, St. Petersburg, Clearwater, Largo, and Pinellas Park. Provides for a compact around initiatives for a housing action plan, regulatory toolkit on best practices, creating corridor planning strategies, addressing housing inequities, and providing diverse housing types among different needs. And this compact's been worked on, was part of our overall housing strategies, and all the partners have come together to deliver on the compact. And staff is available should you have further questions.
Questions or motion?
Just a quick question.
Commissioner Eggers.
Barry, I want to make sure that I'm clear on this. Small A, affordable housing, to me also includes workforce housing?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So the whole spectrum of housing that would be available to folks that are up to 140% of?
100%. But what this does is it brings everybody together to where they're working collaboratively on strategies to address all of the different housing types. And Evan is here.
Thank you. Good.
Commissioner Gerard.
Yeah, I just think this will be helpful, not just in developing workforce housing, but if we could do it right, perhaps projects of all different kinds. You know, if we can actually streamline some of these processes, I think it'll even help developers of marketplace or market rents. It just seems like a great thing. I think it's going to take a lot of time and a lot of energy for people to actually come to consensus on how to do this. But there's some we heard about at the Affordable Housing Conference that Commissioner Flowers put on some very interesting ideas about different things that we could adopt across governments to kind of make it easier for developers to move around in this county without having to figure out a whole new set of regulations everywhere they go. And believe me, we hear about it all the time.
Sure you
Just
do.
in case you don't. So yeah, I think it could be really helpful. I'm hoping we can do it quickly.
Thank you. Commissioner Peters.
Yeah, and I know this is premature, Barry, because we talked about it recently, but kind of that, and I like that we're doing all this, but this idea that how do we know who's going into this affordable housing and how is it coordinated, and, you know, so I know that's not part of this, correct? That is not part of this?
Correct.
Okay.
But having a regulatory toolkit, shared messaging, it goes back to what you were saying, and what Commissioner Peters is discussing is right now, how do you even find units? Because these are privately controlled, you know, privately built, and then they have affordability requirements. But there's not like one place you can go that says, here's how here's how to apply. Here's units that are, and we've talked about that as staff. That is something that we can work on with our partners on best ways to address that and making those connections.
Okay, I just wanted you to kind of bring that up because, you know, we know teachers need a place to be able to afford if we want them to teach here. And we know nurses need a place that they can afford if we want them to work here. And so I think that's really an important part as we keep on voting for all this stuff. That piece is missing, and I just appreciate that you're going to work on it, and I just thought it was worth bringing it up. Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner. Commissioner Eggers.
Yeah, just one question. I'm noting the cities that are involved in this compact, and I know of several cities, and Dunedin being one of them that has some interest in this kind of thing. And all of the other cities that aren't included in this, how are they going to have a seat at the table for this, Ben?
We're going to roll this out countywide. So we've brought the major partners together to get the sign on and get the compact going, and then we're going to roll it out to all the other cities at once.